Factsverse presents Tricks that could save your life. Number 1. Being able to identify a venomous snake. Anytime you are outdoors, it's best to avoid snakes whenever possible. If you encounter a snake or if you're bitten, you need to know whether or not the snake is poisonous. It can literally save your life. First, the scales on a non-venomous snake will be horizontal, straight across. On a venomous snake, the scales will be split down the middle. The pupils are also a dead giveaway. If you get close enough to see the snake's eyes, a venomous snake will have pupils that are similar to a cat's. A non-venomous snake will have round pupils. Finally, the divide between the head and the neck is very distinctive on a venomous snake. If you see a snake with the venomous signs, run as fast as you can. If you're bitten by a snake with venomous characteristics, get medical assistance immediately. Number 2. Don't use your cell phone while walking. Everyone knows that you're not supposed to use a cell phone while driving. However, you should also avoid walking while using your phone. Doing both is a huge challenge for your brain. If you're too focused on the phone's screen, it's very easy to lose track of your surroundings. When this happens, you can easily walk in front of a speeding car. It's best to stop walking if you need to look at your phone for an extended period of time. Number 3. Adjust your vehicle's mirrors correctly. Blind spots when driving often result in serious accidents. If you adjust your mirrors correctly, your risks of being seriously injured in a car accident drastically decrease. You should adjust your side mirrors so that you can barely see the edge of your car. Your rearview mirror should always be adjusted so that you can always see any car that is coming up behind you. When adjusting the mirrors, you should always do so from the driver's seat. Number 4. Wear the right clothing in case you get caught outdoors. If you're taking a hike and you get lost, it can be very dangerous. When the temperature drops, you risk being exposed to hypothermia. The same is true if you're driving. If you get stuck in a snowstorm, you need to stay warm. When your skin is wet, it gives off body heat much faster. Therefore, you need to keep your skin dry for as long as possible. To be sure that your temperature doesn't drop too quickly when you're exposed to the elements, you should always wear wool. Wool will absorb the moisture from your skin. Cotton and most other fabrics won't absorb the moisture as well, and hypothermia could set in much faster. Number 5. Wait to inflate your life jacket when escaping from an aircraft. If a plane is going down, or if it is forced to make a water landing, it's difficult not to panic. In your panicked state, you need to remember one important thing. Most people will try to inflate their life jacket as the plane is going down or when the plane is filling with water. That is a mistake. If you inflate your life jacket when the plane hits the water, you'll be pushed to the roof of the plane with no way to escape. The same is true if you inflate it before the plane goes down. You should wait to inflate your life jacket until you are out of the plane in the water. When you pull the cord, the jacket will then inflate and shoot you to the surface of the water. Number 6. If vegetable oil catches fire on a gas stove. If you're cooking with vegetable oil on a gas stove and it catches fire, it can be disastrous if you don't act quickly and make the right decisions. The first thing you need to do is turn off the gas. If you leave it on, it could cause an explosion. Next, water will not put that fire out. If it's still contained in the pan, you should put a cover over the pan. It'll smother the flames. If the fire has traveled beyond the pan, you'll need a fire extinguisher or salt to put the fire out. If you use water, it will only make the flames stronger. The water will quickly fall to the bottom of the pan, causing it to evaporate. Knowing this can save your life and your home. Number 7. Never pull a knife out of a wound. If you're stabbed, the worst thing you can do is to pull the knife out. In most cases, the knife is the only thing keeping the blood from pouring out of the wound. If you're stabbed, leave the object in your body and wrap the area with a towel or a bandage to stop any more blood that's coming out from around the object. Next, seek medical attention immediately. This trick can keep you from bleeding to death before help arrives. Number 8. If you're caught in a fire, get on the ground. If there's a fire in the home, the biggest threat will come from the carbon monoxide fumes, not the burns that the fire could cause. When many people die in a fire, they are overcome by the carbon monoxide in the smoke first, before the fire reaches them. To avoid inhaling this poisonous smoke, get as close to the ground as possible. Since smoke rises, the floor is the safest place. Also, cover your nose or mouth with a wet cloth or piece of clothing. It will filter the smoke before you breathe it in. Number 9. Saving yourself from drowning in a riptide. If you're caught in a riptide, you should not try to swim against it. It will only pull you under the water, and you won't be able to surface. In just a few minutes, you could drown. Instead, swim parallel to the shore. You can also try floating on your back. This will pull you further out to sea. It's easier to swim back to shore from far away than it is to try to fight a riptide. The riptide will always be stronger. Number 10. Breaking up a dogfight. If your dog is fighting with another dog, it can be very scary. In these situations, most people panic and they will try to get between the dogs. This will only result in you being injured worse than the dogs. The best way to break up a dogfight is to pull your dog's back legs and pull backward. It's the only way to break up the fight without being bitten. Number 11. Save yourself during an attack. When it comes to tricks that could save your life, this one is very important. If you're being attacked, you need to fight back. If the attacker is bigger than you, that can be difficult. To save yourself during an attack, you should hit the attacker in the 3 places that are the most vulnerable. The groins, eyes, and ears are the best places to attack. It might give you just enough time to get away and run to safety. Number 12. If you don't have a weapon, use your belt. If you're being attacked by a person or an animal and you don't have any type of weapon, you can use your belt. If you take it off, you can use it as a whip. Also, the buckle can cause harm to whoever or whatever is attacking you. Just be sure that your target is not able to grab the belt. They could use it to turn the tables on you. Number 13. Save yourself if you are drowning. If you're in the water and you can no longer swim, you need to think fast to keep from drowning. If the water is over your head but it's not as deep as the middle of the ocean, there is a way that you can keep from drowning until help arrives. Take a deep breath above the water and allow yourself to sink to the bottom of the water. As you're going down, bend your knees slightly. When your feet hit the ground, straighten your legs quickly and shoot yourself to the surface of the water to take another deep breath. You can keep doing this until help comes. Remember, do not panic. Panicking will only use up what little energy and oxygen you have left. Number 14. Always look for an exit. Anytime you go to a public place, such as a restaurant, movie theater, or mall, you should make sure you can find an exit when you first arrive. If there's a fire, or if a shooter is attacking, or if there's any other type of disaster, you'll need to know how to get out in case the main entrance is somehow blocked. This could be the only way to get out of the building safely. Number 15. Tell people where you will be. If you're planning on going somewhere on your own, it is important that you let someone know where you're going. If you are alone somewhere and you're injured or you become trapped somewhere, people are going to need to know how to find you if you cannot reach out for help. When your chosen person realizes that they haven't heard from you in a while, they can go looking for you. If you don't tell anyone where you were going to be, it could be too late by the time you're found. Bonus survival tip: use an old phone to call 911. If you need to call 911 to save your life or the life of another person, but you don't have your phone, your old cell phone will still work. As long as your old phone has a charge, you can call 911 even if the phone has no service. Even if you took the SIM card out of your old phone to put it into your new one, you will still be able to make an emergency phone call to 911. This is a great reason to make sure that your old phone is fully charged before you tuck it away in a drawer or glove compartment. Subscribe for more.